Can anyone talk on this image?
Yeah, we have discussed how we can do CI/CD.
Mhm.
So what are the things is required in the automation server, and how we can uh, get the code from a repository, and how we do the things. So what are the softwares is required for that we have seen, and how we can save the artifact with them. And yeah, the CI flow fully we have discussed yesterday.
Okay. Mhm. Any others, like anyone others wanted to talk?
Yesterday we discussed about how to maintain our code, like which is a good place to maintain our code instead of our local system. So we have different codes like front end application code and the DevOps code, uh, back end code like that. So we need to maintain separate repositories in the GitHub or Bitbucket GitLab. From there, okay, we need to push our build or push deploy our application code to the EC2 machines in pods. So the best place to store all this is we'll use a separate EC2 machine and we will use Jenkins. So Jenkins will do whatever we do manually, all the things will be done by the Jenkins, and Jenkins will have a good graphical UI design.
Yeah.
So based on the tabs, we can able to perform all these operations.
Mhm.
And we can do the deployments as Jenkins is like multiple platform. Like we can deploy using Jenkins through the VM and also to the any cloud platforms.
Yeah. Nice.
And we need to install few softwares on the Jenkins, like whatever needed for the deployment, like Docker, kubectl, Git, kubeconfig, npm, Java. Based on the requirement, we
Yeah.
need to install softwares.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. That is exactly true. Good. So here, this is good.
And also one more point, like through the Git, we can able to connect via two protocols. One is HTTP and other is SSH.
Yeah. For such, you need to copy from your laptop public keys to SCM. That we will see practically. Cool. So here, you need to think. Someone says code, you should have the perspective of infra code or application code. That's one classification. And second one is application deployment, application running platform, whether it is in the containers or in the VM. Two, again, there you should have the mindset too. Based upon that, this guy will get changed. This guy will get changed here. No. Good. So nice. This good. Hmm. Yes, can you guys hear me? 1 minute.
Yes.
Just a minute. So if you see right here, where is the application is running in this flow?
Virtual machine or EKS?
It will be. So whatever this platform, right? This platform you see right here, container registry or the Jenkins, all this Artifactory, all our for is all this we created for our internal our purpose, not for like end user purpose or something. End user will never access this setup. This is for our like to make the software delivery smooth and then make it like very fast, delivery very fast. No need manual steps and all. For that, all this whatever the setup you are seeing, right? This layer, all our purpose we created for our internally. internally to the like our teams. The end user never care about that. End user just will come there with the URL. He will go to some application from the database. It will go again that. In case if any issues happen that application, we guys work on it without like latency something and all it will come. I mean to say like without latency delivering the software, we will use all this process CI/CD kind of. Yeah. Two keywords are important here: CA plus CD. Grouping all together, this is the guy. Like you can think in this. CA is still make a package. If it is a VMs, we'll make a zip blah blah based upon the var, based upon the code. For Java, we make a jar var. For other languages, zip tgz. It's up to the people like what they'll choose. If it is on the VMs, if it is on the VMs, we'll take the total raw code and then we will do some processing for Python, HTMLs, some languages. You don't need to make a you don't need to make a, some kind of tools. No need. Just you need to make a package. For Java and all, you need to make a package jar var. For React JS also, you have to make a kind of an npm build blah blah something, right? That kind of. If it is VM. If it is not the VM image, you don't need all those commands will go inside the Docker file. From the Docker file, inside the Docker file, you will be doing this npm build or whatever something on it. Yeah. So two objects here, like deploying to the VM based upon the language, based upon the package. If it is a container image, all those VM in running commands, it will go inside the Docker file. So let me keep it here, some kind of thing. What is the objective of SEM? Store plus share, and then it has an internal audit mechanism. Auditing it has that auditing mechanism. Next. We have reviewed CA/CD. CA means what? Anyone?
Continuous integration.
Continuous integration.
That English definition.
Okay.
Package to Artifactory. CD. Take the based on the language. Package will be created. For Java, I'll say easily language package. For Java, you will be creating the jar where some kind of based upon the difference. These are the highly created one, jar where. Next, you will be working if it is the Java. Very important one more, runtime, where it will run. You need a kind of, for example, Tomcat kind of server, for example. For HTML, zip or tar or tgz, anyone you can. Now you have to tell me here. You have to tell me for this.
Apache or HTTP.
Apache or Nginx or S3. In S3 also you can run, right? Static code. Static website hosting concept you can use, right? Yeah. Python, same. Yeah, that's, for Python, we have seen one server, run type server.
Flask.
Yeah. Flask or something, you will be hearing this keyword, Django or something. Next. I mean to say these are the you will get as a task. I have seen in the interviews, you will get a task. They'll give you a bunch of steps. Among them, this one will get majorly. They'll not give static code. Very few companies will give. Majorly, they'll give any like dynamic languages. This is dynamic language. This is static. They'll give the dynamic language. Okay, based upon that. This is also dynamic language. Dynamic in the sense they wanted to come to the some DB blah blah something. That's what their objective. Now, famous one. Let me put it here. What is the build tool you are going to use? That is also important. And then the type, I'll say category, easy category. So for runtime server, you'll be using Tomcat. As a build tool, right? You will be using Maven
Maven.
and then for HTML, no Maven, normal Linux commands. And then same for Python, also Linux command, the zip commands. For React.js, just
npm.
normal we can make a zip package.
Okay.
So the runtime server, if you remember,
npm.
run,
Nginx.
Okay. Nginx.
yeah, Nginx, React.js, and then the runtime server is Nginx. Build tool,
That is npm. I don't know. I am
yeah,
just saying.
yeah,
Continuously, I'm saying.
yeah, npm only, yes, npm. So this is the separate what is that? Yeah, build tool is the npm only. This is static code, static language content. Majorly. Any thoughts you want to ask on it? If it is a .NET, same like we will make here for .NET, right? You could have seen the files, right? Whatever you are downloading from the internet, double click you are doing, right? Next. All those
exe.
yeah, MSI, Microsoft installer, all these are all packages. Like many are there, .dll, depends upon the project.
Yeah.
So you will be deploying this into IIS server. Depends upon project. Okay,
Dynamic.
we will talk all this. We'll take some examples, not that material. Just I'm giving some kind of that. IIS. Then the builder tool, yes, exe builder, MSI builder, separate builders are there. Okay. It is
Dynamic.
dynamic for a static, both can be used.
Yeah.
So you will be going like these kind of projects based upon your environment and basically if it is source code development involved some kind of transactional application, then this some of the languages will be getting discussed like this here. Cool. So if it is C language, yes, normal like C compilers and then the normal chip also they'll do. It depends upon the project as well. Okay. If it is Android, you know already. You know. Famous one. You will download, na? If it is not available in the internet, you will go somewhere and then we'll search some files, right? And then sometimes you could have heard phones got hacked and all, not from the Play Store, blah blah something. What files? You know already.
APK files.
Sorry?
Application. APK.
Yeah, APK packages. The language is Android. You will, I mean to say Android code, APK package. Yes, the runtime is obviously your phone, mobile phones. And yeah, APK builders are there. Yes, there are APK builders. It's up to the no front and back. It's so no static or dynamic. It's up to the application. So yeah, the way where do we store for this Artifactory? What is Artifactory for this?
Play Store. Based on
Yeah,
OS of the phone.
yeah. Play Store. Some projects you will be
App Store.
Yeah, I like App Store. Good. Based upon the projects also, it will matters here. Good.
Same for iOS also, right?
Yeah, same. They have something. I forgot that.
IPA file will be there for our iOS.
Yeah. Recently we were building and then we were uploading internally. We needed some credentials and all. If you run that, it will go to that App Store. Yeah. Same.
So even for apps also, containers, everything is same, right?
For apps means?
Like this Android applications. Means like, okay, this package and all will convert to image and will run as a containers, right? I mean, I'm just asking, I don't know, like how this application, like jar, we create image and we run as a container, right? Here also same, the APK packages will run as a containers, right?
In your mobile, it will not run, right? In your mobile, directly they'll run, right? APK pages.
Okay. We directly will give, okay, we won't keep anywhere. Okay, understand. Understand. So, yeah.
Now, yeah, this is the you should have it in the mindset. Very important when you are working any project, right? Whole in interview, right? Few questions are the very good decision points. One of the famous interview question was, we will change this answer will be changing once you get like previously, right? If you are not aware that the CI/CD process, yesterday you have got some mind thought, right? Oh, source code will be in SCM. Some tool will be there to do packaging and all. Somewhere we will store. And then based upon the application as well, where application will run. If it is VM, we will make zip package. Somewhere we will upload into the S3. If it is container, we will make a Docker image. And then we will store something and then deploy, right? So same way, one of the famous interview question will get changed. I mean, the key, one of the important interview question is the decision point is that CI/CD in your environment. This is one of the most important question. This we will get refined, okay, multiple times, okay. Now, one more, just I'm adding an example, okay, here in this, you have to tell me, okay. Here, whatever you have seen, right, for example, all are deploying in the VM or in the containers in above all this, for example. With this keyword.
Actually, it depends on the projects, right?
No.
Generally.
Here. I have written very clearly here in the screen.
Okay.
Are they going to the VM? Are they going to the containers? Do you see anywhere container keywords in those lines?
No.
No.
Nginx VM. Yeah, all VM only.
Okay.
And
Now, same. Just if you understand this, right, I can step immediately to the other topic. That's where I'm drawing a one conclusion. Maybe it may people knows it, they'll feel hesitant, but that's you should know it. That's where all this is how the happening. Okay, you have to think it. Okay, now I'll take this guy. Okay, same formula applies everywhere. Okay, I'll take React.js for example. Okay, here where they were deploying React is over here in this VM, right? Now I want to deploy this into EKS.
We have to build a Docker file for that zip
Okay, you will write the
Docker file.
okay.
Yeah, then we build the image and we'll keep it on ECR or any other repository. Then from there,
You will
we
store
create
in
a
the
YAML file.
image. Okay.
Yeah.
You will store in the image. In the Docker file. For React.js code, why did you use npm here?
That is a build tool we have, as you mentioned. It's like to
Build tool. Here, what is the build tool you are using in this?
Docker.
Very good. One more build tool is there right here.
npm.
npm plus docker. Why?
Because that application will run in npm only.
Then
I
why?
don't know.
Okay. Why are we using Nginx?
It's a supporting server.
To
Yeah.
take the React.js.
React JS.
Okay. Okay. This example, right? I'll open in the internet. In the internet, you have seen already. You have to tell me that what is happening here. Something you have to tell me. Just you understood and then tell me. How many firms are there in this Docker file?
Two
Two
from
are
Sir.
there. There are two builds are there. One is build environment, which is they're using. I don't know. Node is what? That is an image. I don't know. Node, then given the tag for the builder, and they're moving that files to the folder in your SRC app, and they mention the environment, and they're copying the package, which is in that there is in that location, and they're running the npm. Means they're starting the they're installing the npm, and they're copying this the same.
Then why 14th line to 17th? Why?
14th line is like for the Nginx
No, here taking the
image,
base
build
image,
image,
right?
the different image.
What is the 15th line?
Copy.
Copy from build.
The location of the file.
Copy the build environment into the HTML.
Okay. Okay. Very good. I'll come to you here. That is good. That whatever you said. If it is code HTML language, I'm talking about this guys. If it is HTML language, you will not need any no build. No need to do npm build and all. Just make a zip and then store in Artifactory. Please listen, this is very important. Make a zip, store in Artifactory. Next time, download, extract, copy to www folder. Where www. That's what we were doing, right? We were downloading jQuery template, extract, zip. This is till now, right? We were doing this step. Someone made the package, we were downloading it. Now what are we going? We are little shift back, shift left. We are going little left side again. We are only making the package now. We are coming to that stage. We are uploading to the Artifactory. Instead of internet, right? We will take our code only. We'll make that code. We will upload it to the Artifactory. Till now we were doing here. Now we are going here. Now for HTML, very important. You don't need any builder tool. You don't need to run. If it is same React.js code, whenever the developer write a React.js code, they'll give some HTML blah blah something. But if it is React.js code, AngularJS and all, you need one builder tool. Without that builder tool, the code whatever you have written, right, it will not come into a shape proper. You cannot use that code at all. Just it will be like code only. You cannot get the output at all. You need to run a command called these commands: npm build, something kind of npm install, first npm install. You have to take the developer code. You have to take this code. Inside that code, you need to run these commands internally. Some commands you need to do. After you running these commands, you will get these files. All these files you will get it. Earlier, these files won't be there inside it. After running these two commands will change your code into this kind of format. They'll take care. Some kind of example. Now you got this. That's what here they're doing it. They're taking all this code. Here, just creating a folder, work directory, blah, blah, something. They're copying this file first. Package.json internally here into this folder. Then running this command, npm install. Next, again, one more command, dependencies. And again, copy dot means copy all this again. Copy all this into this folder wherever they did previously, right? Copy all this code. Again, running this build. After you running this build, you will get this folder here. Inside this folder, they are running here. You will get one folder called build. In this image, in the first image, we'll get a folder build. Now, that's what, right? Here, this image steps will generate what files according to these lines.
.html.
.html now. But good thing is they can have here itself some kind of nginx install, and then they can run also in this image. But this image size will become very bigger. That's where they don't want to carry this one into the environment. Simply what they're bringing one more image. They're copying from here HTMLs to other place. They're copying here. All it will happen on the fly. Because what is the file? This file, Docker file. When you do Docker run, Docker build, first these steps will done. Next, automatically the ending image will come like this. This is the one. This image we will take to our environment. If it is the VM, on the mission, on the Jenkins mission, you have to take this total code. You have to run in that workspace. You have to run these folders. You will get HTML files. That HTML files we will make a package. We'll upload into the Artifactory. Then we will extract it. That's what you should know that. Now with that, let me show you one more example. You have to tell me. This is called multi-stage Docker file. Yeah. Same formula here. Whatever this is for, whatever you have seen, right? This is for React.js code. This is for Java. How many forms are there? This is for Java.
2.
Observe here what they're doing it. You have to tell me. Just you talk about few lines about this.
Yeah, first they Maven build, that is like they're making .jar or something. They're making the package
Why they took Maven image?
because it's a Java application.
Why do you need Maven?
To build a package.
Why do we need NPM here?
To build a package means like same like
To
same
generate
like,
the code. It doesn't make a package. To generate the code from React.js code into the some static assets that we call.
yeah, .html.
Yeah, something here.
They're making .jar or files.
Yeah.
And they're installing Tomcat again. Then they're copying the whatever they have built the image. They're copying the Tomcat service.
Here you will get the beauty of the Maven, right? It will not generate HTML something blah blah. It will generate a jar var one folder automatically. Jar var. That jar var you can give it to this guy here. You see here? Here you see, right? Just Maven image, work directory copy all the code, whatever there into this /app folder, run this. In the /app folder, you will get a folder called a target. Inside that you will have a var file that you copy to Tomcat. That's it. You no need to install any Java and all. On the fly, it will happen. On the fly, manually. So any thoughts you want to ask on these two? Multi-stage. Very important.
So
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
in this, we haven't mentioned any port number or anything. So how it will take automatically will take. Or...
You no need to mention in the Docker file, no need to mention the port number.
Okay, you just moving to the ECR.
The expose command, right? The expose command is just for our meta information only.
Understand? Because in last Docker file I saw expose. That's why I'm asking this question.
Yeah. Expose is like theoretically to say that this is the port number we are running inside the application, to say that.
Got it.
That is
Got
it.
it.
Yeah. So from Tomcat, you can add in case if you want. Okay. So keep this thought. We will be going these kind of paths and all. Okay. This kind of paths. Yeah. No. So with that, let's go here. I'm going to create one SCM. SCMs are very famous now in the market. GitHub, GitLab. Just a second. Yeah. So in the market, right, GitHub, GitLab are more very famous. Let me go to the GitHub. You need to please, you should have your own one kind of this thing, the GitHub account. Please, I would say that one of the everyone have your GitHub account. Let me connect to the GitHub.
Yeah.
What is this guy? Under the arrows, look at the object. What is
Is the yarest.
what this mean? So please everyone register with this thing. 1 second, just a minute, sorry. I forgot the credentials. And one more I have seen in the interviews. Even I have a curiosity for one person is coming to the interview, right? Sometimes I used to search his name and the GitHub's links. Does he did any coding update, something like any? I have the curiosity. I'll show you what it is. What is this? Just a minute, I'm doing reset. Okay. Sorry.
ప్లస్ కొట్టినావా లోకేంద్ర ప్లస్ కొట్టినావా బయట రా.
This I have enabled extra array. that I have enabled extra. Extra authentication, 2 level of authentication I have enabled it. Oh. You need to install in your mobile one app called Google Authenticator. This app application, Google Authenticator. With this, you will have a two level of authentication, not only the password. So that it was reminding me continuously enable this thing. So once you log in, this is your user account. So I have what I was telling it. If any person comes to interview, right, we used to check his profile. Normally, your profile like this. Here, right? I used to go like, if can you guys tell anyone name, one of your name, anyone? I can check your GitHub account if you have already.
Lokesh.
Okay, sure. I'll get that. See here, right? Here I see, right? I don't see any activity last. If you see, right, last 1 year, I have not updated anything to my repo here code. I have not updated anything. Somewhere I updated here, blah blah something under the year. See, that's where I see like how active he is in like how many years something. Just don't think years and all. Very few people. I have curious. If anyone coming to interview, right, I'll check his profile first in the LinkedIn or here. Based upon that, I'll change my mindset. What questions I need to ask him something. Some people will be more than us, right? Good something. If they have done very good work in the GitHub itself, GitHub or LinkedIn, we respect a lot for them. Like for example, because they put lot time right for their learning, for their effort something. So this is very important. Just push something every day. But why here I have not updated areas. Every day I'm working in my company, right? My company we also have our own SEM. I used to push there. We don't have time to work outside, right? Like it's all up. So I didn't push much things here, but I say them like I have a private repo URL which I work in the company. I used to work for my internal projects, so that you cannot see outside. That I used to give kind of judgment if someone ask me that. Good. Now, if you go here to this place, this is the place repositories where you will have individual projects and all. You will have individual code and all. You remember one time I have shared one Terraform code with you guys, something called, I had given it recently. Whatever I have written, right, Terraform code, I had given it here. This is the place of, I think somewhere I kept it here. This is the repo. So your objective was create a one GitHub account, GitLab account, both. Both are in very famous in the market, GitHub and GitLab. GitLab is too advanced, I'll tell you, compared to the GitHub. GitLab is too advanced. They have very good features compared to GitHub. So once you create your account, here, right, this is my username, this is my username, this is my repo. But in the organization, you will have a separate GitHub admin. We don't allow you to create projects in this under your user ID. There will be like you will have a project organization ID something. Under you will be creating those projects, repositories. Here, this is my personal, but they'll onboard you to that one separate project. Under the project, under the organization, we will be creating the repository. So I think I have one sample one, I think I remember. That is the one only then. Let's see. One of the organization, maybe, yeah, this is the organization, for example. This is now this is not my user ID, this is my project ID. Under this, we will be creating the repositories, like new. Under this, it will come, not your personal IDs. So where do you see that? Whatever the project you will onboard, they'll onboard you under this organization. Under that organization, you have to create a project. If you go your repository, all are will come personals here, personal projects. Good. So let me create a repository one. This is called SCM. SCM contains of repositories. Repository. You remember I was saying, right? For every Terraform code one repository. Let's say, for example, I wanted to keep this repository for only for infrastructure purpose, to infrastructure purpose only. Here you will get that whether you want to create under the organization or something. It's up to the people. Okay. Here I'm creating the my personal one. let's say that IAC infra Terraform. In this repo, I'll completely keep only the Terraform code only in this repo. For creation. Now, I'm going to create one repository. Very important here, public or private. If you keep public, anyone can get the code. And one more, whatever the GitHub we are using, right? This GitHub is free, open source one. No need to pay and all here. In the organization, we will get enterprise account. You will see enterprise E somewhere symbol here. You will be getting it here. Now, if you keep public, anyone can get it. If it is in the organization, right? Mandatory, we will go with the private in the organizations. Mandatory, you have to select the private. But majority this setup will be done by your GitHub admin or your team, one of your team lead or someone, they'll do it. One of the team lead. They will have some templates also. They'll copy the templates. Since it is a free version, we don't have, like, when you create, right, you will in the drop down somewhere you will get a option, copy from the existing project. Why you want to go with the template? Now you tell me, for example, in this repo, I want this repo I'm going to use for this purpose only, React.js code purpose. This is my objective. Store React.js code and deploy to Kubernetes. So who will take care of this code? Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, developer will.
Developer. Now,
Developer.
where are we deploying this code?
We're deploying to Kubernetes.
Kubernetes.
You need some files right along with this then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What files do you need?
First, we need to keep a Docker file,
Docker file.
deployment YAMLs,
I'll say very easy.
Helm chart.
Helm chart. Helm chart is the combination of all those files, right? Now, so if you create this empty repository, right? Now and one more to do CI/CD blah blah configuration, right? It takes time. In the companies, what we do as a DevOps guy, if it is existing project, this is what the question you can ask them. When you create a repository, do we have any existing templates? What we could have done previously, right? For you to reduce the time to writing this Docker file Helm chart, right? We have some templates, React.js template. Like for example, one more Java template, Python template. We in the template, what we have done it, already we have written one kind of structure, hello kind of keywords will be there in the inside the Docker file, blah, blah, blah. When you create a repository, if you select the template, all these files will come automatically for you. You no need to write again. You getting what I mean? There will be templates will be there. With these templates, when you're creating a repository in the drop down, here you will get somewhere option, create a template or blah, blah, something. I think somewhere here you will get a template. I remember. If you get from the template, you no need to do again the Docker file, no need to write it. You will get one template. Inside that, you need to change according to your structure. That's what the
Yeah, it is there.
that's what
Gitignore template.
Yeah, that's what the time will get reduced. Now in the time, right? You no need to, as a DevOps, you no need to write these files also, na? Developer only create the repository, everything will come, he will get changed. In case any issues comes, he'll come to you on this again. That's what we are reducing the time. Okay. Now let's go here. I'll go with the public. In the organization, mandatory you have to go with the private. So here, add readme. Do you want to add some kind of file? Let's ignore it. I mean, don't touch it for now. We will do everything in the local. Create a repository. It's been long I did in the GitHub. We created a repository. Oh my gosh, many changes are there. Yeah, this is what I was talking. You will have two protocols, HTTPS, SSH. I created a repository. That repo is empty now. No code. There is no code in this repository. Nothing is there. HTTPS, SSH. Which protocol is the good to communicate to repositories SSH? With HTTPS, right? it will keep on, sometimes it will prompt you the username, password. And then in the organization, right, every some days we will change the passwords. You have to do that password change and but keys we don't change. Keys we don't change. Good to go with SSH is the good. HTTPS, you need credentials and all every time. It will ask you username, password and all. Okay. For SSH, you need to copy your key. So what you need to do in your laptop, this is the what first task. When any team comes, right, the first onboarding task I give to them is generate the keys in your local. Even I made a document recently, onboarding document. When a new person comes, I had given them steps. Generate the keys in your local and copy the key to SCM. Now, you shouldn't ask all these questions, how to generate these keys. You shouldn't, because you are the experienced guy. You shouldn't ask this. You should know it. Whenever you get a laptop, that's what your expectations. And you should know that what all the tools should be installed already, like Terraform, AWS CLI, Git Bash. If it is Mac and all, you will be having by default Mac. They allow this kind of Git Bash CLI automatically. You don't need to install Git Bash there. So here, SSH keygen. If it is a new laptop only, generate it. What it is saying already exist. Did I copy this anywhere, somewhere I used it for SSH purpose. That's okay. Let's overwrite it. Now you know this part. Now you know that where the keys will go. Two keys combination. Previously we know, right? The concepts. That SSH folder you will have it two keys.
Yeah,
See,
one is ID underscore RSA and ID RSA pub.
I'm recording, no? Apply the permissions for is a question to record this meeting locally. Yeah. Yeah. So now very important here. You will have it two files. Cat IDRSA dot pub. Cat IDRSA. This is the private. Private will be like internally like this keyword, private key. Public will be like this. We don't take private key. We will take public key only. This key. Go to your repo. We don't copy at project level. We will copy your personal settings level, at your personal settings level. You go to your account. Where is settings? You go to your account. Settings. Yeah, your account level. SSH keys. New SSH key. Copy here. Give this key like like repo something. Repo access. Blah, blah. Repo access. Authentication key only. We're using add key. Done. We have added the key to. Now, which protocol you can communicate with SCM? You are good now to communicate with SSH. So we have copied the key. This is the one of the first task we give to anyone who joins the project. Copy to SCM. Done. Now onwards to any repos, whatever the repos you have onboarded, for those repos you can communicate with SSH protocol. You will be able to communicate with. Now, come back here. Let's go back to repositories back again. Repositories. This is the repository I created it. Now I need to send some Terraform code here. I wanted to send some Terraform code here. This is the one-time setup. SSH keys is the one-time setup. You will be doing it to your personal. Now I want to send some Terraform code here into this place. What I can do?
Yeah, we can import or we can copy.
CD. Let me go to the desktop. ls. Let's have an LDR. CD sessions. ls. Long back we have written, right? Code ls. Yeah. CD.
Okay.
ls. Yeah. Here, let me make a folder called my own KDR SEM. Yeah. I'm inside this folder SEM here, right? Now, if you go here, you will have a steps here. You will have a clear-cut steps what to be done. They'll give that some kind of prerequisiting step. If it is the new repository, follow existing repository, something you can copy from one. This is migration, one repo to another repo migration. This is a new project. I'm going to communicate with SSH protocol. So let me create in SEM folder. I'll create matching with this name in my local, matching with this SEM place. In this SEM, mkdir, so that it will be easy for me to identify next time. Go here. I'm inside this folder. Somewhere it is getting tagged, man. It is getting tagged already. Let me come back. Said, oh, it is also getting tracked. Already, my code is getting tracked with something. You see, automatically one number is coming. Observe here. CD dot dot. CD dot dot. Now you see here the number got removed. Somewhere I'm getting tracked. You will get to know. Instead of that TF folder, I'll create here only code. mkdir SEM. Inside SEM, mkdir. I want to create one folder somewhere matching with this. That's what my objective. Make here folder. Yeah. Go inside this folder. Now, where are we right now? In my local. We are doing in the local. This is the local. And then SEM. Okay. So from my local, I have copied here key, public key. And here is the repo. I wanted to send my code from here to the repo. For that, in my local, I have created some folder. The folder I have created the folder here. Here. Run this command. This kind of commands. Just a kind of it will create one file in the local. readme.md. You will have one file here, readme.md something. Now run this command git init. Mandatory if it is the new project. For existing project, you don't need to do anything. Git init. When you do Terraform init, what it does? It will scan your code. It will download dependency all providers, right? Same way, git init also will create one folder for us here. That is a hidden folder. You have to do lsfn like this .git. This until some kind of situation comes. Till now, right? 1 or 2 to 3 times I worked on it, changing it. We don't touch this folder. We don't touch it. Our job is to work on the code and something. We don't disturb this git folder. No. So in git, right? In S3, what you used to do, like normally in S3 or something, right? You can upload directly files from your laptop to somewhere to the Google Drive. You can upload directly, right? Normally, if you want to upload a file from your laptop to Google Drive, you can upload. But if you want to send a file from your local to repo, you cannot send it directly. You cannot send directly from your local to here. Git. Very important to interact with the repo. In your laptop, you should have a tool called Git. That is also one. Git is the client to interact with SEM. Not only for GitHub, with Git tool, you can interact with the majority SEM tools. You can interact with the GitLab, Code Commit, Bitbucket, all they work with the Git CLI command. SEM is the server, Git is the client. Like you know, right? SSH is the client, SSHD is the server. Same way, Git is the client, GitHub is the server. One of the interview question you will be getting difference between Git and GitHub. That's a basic question. Sometimes people will ask it. Git is the client to interact with the SEM. GitHub is the server where multiple repositories will be there, and it will store, and you can share. It has some auditing mechanism, everything.
Yeah, I got this question yesterday.
Yeah. So without Yeah, without, I mean, there are the tools are there where you can upload directly from VS Code also I can upload with, but you need this Git extension like in your laptop. Mandatory you should have Git CLI too. GitHub or GitLab or SCM. These are all they store. This is in your laptop. Okay. No. So you cannot send files from your laptop to directly to SCM. You cannot send. Directly you cannot send. There are some in between commands you have to run. Git init is the first time. One time. Empty repository. Git. We will run. And you see here, these are the commands: git add, git commit. These are the some extra commands you have to do in your laptop. That we will discuss it. That we will discuss in the Git lifecycle process. Like same, when you do Terraform, plan, validate, some Terraform commands are there, right? Intermediate commands before apply. Same way, you have to do some intermediate commands before here. These are. So previously, what was happening? They were using in repo, right? In repository, in repo. Previously, we were creating a branches called in repo. In SCM, we will have a repos. In the repos, you will have a called branches. Branches. Earlier, there was a branch called master. They removed that keyword. They removed that keyword. Now, master 2, they are changing into the main.
Main.
So that's where they are doing here modification. Git branch, modify the name to main. So now let's see here, run this command. You can check here what branch also. Git status. You see here, what is the branch, current branch?
Master.
Master.
When I run, you see here, observe, go little top. Here I have created a folder. Okay. What is the command I ran later?
Init.
Git init. My git bash, right? Automatically changed something here after. Before it was not there. When you run a git init command, it was here.
Yeah.
What
Direct.
automatically here?
Master.
Master. Inside that git, this tool will understand automatically. Now you are in which branch right now? Master. The git bash will understand right now. What they're telling here is change the master to main. They're changing here the current branch name here. So before, let's run some commands. After git init, I'm going to run some commands. Git add. We'll talk on it further. Git add. You created above file, right? I'm adding something. Git add. Then one more. Git commit. My regular day and date, these two commands. And then this command. These are the one-time setup. Git add, commit, push. Add, commit, push. We don't know like how many count and all. Just that will be my regular day. If I write the some file, I used to send the code. Git add we did, git commit, first commit. Done. Let's modify the name into branch. I'm following this step as it is in repository. Now you see here.
Change to main.
Main. Now git remote add. Now here is the one. The git init command created an empty repository in local. Git init is in the local. You ran it. Did you run git init command in the SCM or in your laptop? In your laptop. Git init created a local repository, but this local repository doesn't have a bridge to SCM, to GitHub. This is the command. This is the command. You are saying that connect a local repository, my local repository, connect a local repository with the SCM. This is the command we are going to add. Git remote add. Git remote add this command. This command, what it does, will make a connectivity from your laptop to SCM. Next time onwards, you can make a changes, you can push the changes to SCM directly. You don't need to do again these commands. Okay. Second, next step. Very important here. Don't select HTTPS. Observe, please. See here. It is getting changed here. So when you are adding, right, select SSH, then make all these commands with this. Don't do HTTPS. With HTTPS, you have to change the password, and then again that you need to update the password. Sometimes it will keep on asking you the password every time. So that's kind of problem will be there. SSH, you know already. Select SSH. Already we have added the key to SCM. Copy this guy. Done. Now I have added, I made a connectivity from here to here. Just run this command. Just push all of them. Git push origin. First time, yes. Now let's refresh. Refresh your repository here. Done. Code, something code came here. I have created in my local readme.md this file. I have created a readme.md in the local. That file is available here. Now, what is the job of SCM?
To store, to share the data.
And then it does auditing also, right? For example, you see, right? Some guy updated sometime back something here, right? Blah 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 something. So if another person wanted to get the code, I cannot give my laptop code to them. What I'll give? Hey, take this URL. Yeah, here I'm getting now. I'll give them this URL. For example, I'll give this URL to them. Let's say, don't clone in the same folder. Don't clone in the same folder. In another folder, new window, another location. CD, desktop. Code. In another location, right? Let me go to the SCM. This is the one. From here I pushed. What I'll do, I'll come back one step back. Here, if you try to clone there, right, it will say again, there is already folder exist. That's why coming back. Here, right, already repository exist. If already exist, you don't need to do a git init those commands again. Just one command called not here. I went to another tab. Here. Where was that? Yeah, here. Git clone. So that URL you have to give git to clone. So if you are communicating with SSH protocol, right, your key already should exist. Then only you can clone with SSH protocol. Git clone. If already exist. Now observe LSF and LTR. I got a folder here. And then you have one file, right? This file also you got it internally. You got this file. You got this file. So now what is the command to git init is to create the new repo, empty repo in the local. How to make a bridge between empty repo to the remote repo? This is the command. Git remote add origin. Remote add URL. You can think it. Remote. I forgot that command also. Okay. URL. Origin. Yeah, you have to say that origin. Git remote add origin URL. This is to connectivity between local to SCM. This command. What is the git clone does? Brings the code to local. You don't need to do again the remote add and all. Everything will come here in the git clone. You have to pass the git clone URL. That's it. So few basic questions they'll ask you. What is the git init does? Git init will create empty repository in the local, but it will not have a reference. Are you pushing to GitHub, GitLab? It doesn't have it till you add this command. Here I can give my Bitbucket URL or the GitLab URL up to that. Till that time, it doesn't know. Git init you can do n number of times, not a problem in the new folder. So then this after this we don't change it. We don't change it after you adding this repository thing. For existing repository, simple command git clone. Now you tell me, you already know it. This story. I have written a Docker file. Okay, Docker build I did. Docker build. You know already the story. You have to tell me this keyword. I have not modified anything. Next time. First time it worked. Docker build work. I made a tag. It is perfectly. Next time onwards, I'm running this command. Next time, second time. What will happen? Will it build? Let's say, for example, here, I'll say here, name : 1. Next time again, I'm building with this tag. Okay. Second time, what Docker does internally? It will compare with something, right? Some technique it use. You getting what my question? First time I have written the Docker file, I built it. I have not changed the Docker file. Just I wanted to build a second time. Docker will check or not whether this file changed or not.
Yes, it will check.
Based upon what concept what it is behind whenever it is checking. Any thoughts, any idea? Okay. Let me go here. Here you see it, I have one file. Okay, MD file. Sorry, readme.md. This check, let's run this command. What is the command I'm checking? MD5 sum. Give this file as an input for this. This is a tool. This is a tool. How do you see normally, like as a human, right? What is our very important? Please keep this thought. This is core basics, core topics. You will not get like something till. So as a human, how can we see that whether file got changed or not? We will open the file. You will read the content, right? That is a time process. There are the tools will tell you immediately. They'll maintain like this. One of the tool is called MD5 sum. Run this. It will generate one number. Now generate it. You see what happened? Same number or different number is coming?
Same number.
Same Docker also internally, whenever it is first time building, right? Internally behind in the Docker, they could have written MD5 code, the tool code will check the files internally, all the files. Next time onwards, it will keep track of those numbers. Oh, it will generate again the numbers, it will compare internally. Oh, previous numbers, both numbers are same. Then I no need to do something, just run immediately something. That's where the decision comes. So what is the technology behind? MD5 some codes. Now let's modify this file. Let's add echo hi to that file again. Let's redirect some content. Redirect content. Now see previously. What number you got? New number you got it, right? New number you got it right here.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Docker is internally, Docker will check files inside content or MD5 numbers it will check Docker.
MD5 numbers.
Same Git also. You should know that Git will check whether file got changed or not. It doesn't read the content inside that file. It will keep track of these numbers, MD5 numbers. Git also will use this same technology of the whatever Docker is using. How file got changed, created, modified, deleted. Behind what is the technology they use? What is the technique they are using? MD5.
Some.
That is that number, right? I will call as a commit ID. This number we can say is a commit ID. Now you go to the repository, whatever the repository I created it here. Go to this repository, refresh it here. Somewhere you see here what it is saying it something. Sorry. Here you see, right? See, right? Click on this guy. Click on this guy. That is a very big number, some character number. I forgot that length of the character, but it will be some kind of, you see here, commit ID. Here you see, right? Copy this. You see, yeah, you see here what it is saying. I'm moving the cursor. It is saying copy full SHA, MD5 SHA only, right here. This is called MD5 SHA tech. So did I say MD5 sum? Yeah, both are same. MD5 sum or MD5 SHA. The code is called SHA code. Okay, codes. So Git also will use. Where did I made commit? Did I made the commit keyword? Yeah, here. MD5 sum. MD5 sum. So what I was telling it, if you create a new file, new thing and all, Git will not check file content internally. It uses a technology called algorithm called SHA algorithm, MD5 algorithms. It will check. It will keep the track of the previous numbers, whether the file got changed or not, like we did at MD5. That Git internally will do that. Those codes are called commit IDs, commit SHAs. How Git? This is the question. How? Let's remove this, guys. Tell me how Git tracks. Will it check the content? I'm telling very clearly files. Guys, you have seen now? What is this called?
Yeah, based on MD5 sum.
Some numbers, right? These numbers, right? These numbers, you can say yes. How Git tracks? It uses MD5. I'll say easy way, check some algorithms. Okay, check some algorithms. Or easy way keyword is called commit IDs. If I create a one file, right, Git internally will track that number somewhere. You can check this command. The git log. Run a command here. In your laptop, right? After you run that readme command, git init, git commit, you see here somewhere this number. This number only you are seeing on the screen also. You are seeing on the screen also somewhere. But you cannot see the big number here. It is a shortcut number here, something. Both should be matching it. So what I was telling all about Git, keep this thought, Git won't track your file content inside. Git will track all the files in the form of what? Commit IDs. Yeah. Git won't track files content. It doesn't do. What is that file inside that it doesn't read? Instead, it uses a technology. What is the technology? MD5 sum and commit IDs. Previous file got changed or not. So that you should know. First thing is Git works on the commits, commit IDs. That is the first thing. It doesn't work on the what content you have written. It doesn't read internally. When you create a file, it will generate MD5. It will keep in the history somewhere. Next time, if you modify it file, it will generate again the key. It will compare both are same. Then if it both are same, it says that you have not have any new content and all. That's what it says. How can I check whether new content came or not? This is the keyword. Git status. Git status. You see here, I have modified now content something. Now what Git could have been used behind. Previously, it could have generated MD5 number, this number. Now again, it generated one more number. Both are different. And then it is saying that, oh, this file got modified. That's what it is saying. It is modified it. Now you have modified this file. You need to run some commands again. It is saying it. Git add. Let's do that again. Git add. Pass that file name. You run as many as times this command, not a problem. This command. As many as times you can run this command. Now, previously you see, right? It is telling it, you modified it. Now again, what it is telling? modified, but with some different color right here, different color. So Git, what it does, all the commands, Git client commands, what I'm doing, Git init, Git status, Git log, Git remote add, all I'm doing in my local. So Git add, Git commit, all this I'm doing in the local. Here is the SCM, guys. Here is the SCM, source code management. To source code management, we are not touching right now. Whatever the commands I'm running in the local. What Git does internally, it will track this thing. We keep it. Git lifecycle. Yeah. Yeah, this is the command. So open image in new tab. No. Okay, let me open this one. Git will see, here is the my local working directory. In your laptop, right? These 4 process will happen. These 4 steps will happen here in your laptop. In your laptop, these 4 cycles will go. 1, 2, 3, 4, like these 4 cycles. Here there is a local. This is a remote. To remote, only one command. To remote, to send, git push. Till that time, this is to remote, to send to remote. Till that time in my local, to send from local to remote, this is the command, git push, only one command. In my local, right, I'll be running some commands to check status, any new file came or not. This is the command. Now, if any new file came, I'll be doing this command, git add file name, or you can do git add dot. You will get to know. This is not one time, you will get to know. If any new file comes, if any new file modified it, this is the first command we will be running it. Then next command, git commit, because if you add a new file something, right, you need to say that why you have added the new file, and then to track something, the data and all, you have to run git command commit. You have to put a message here, some message, git commit message. That's where this is the regular process you have to do. If you create any file, git add, git commit. What git internally does, when you do these commands, git, when you create a new file, right, first it is in your laptop, but git doesn't know that you are in a local something. Git internally, it will maintain one life cycle, that is called this. When you create a file, it will be in your laptop here. When you create a new file or modify a new file, it will be in your laptop. Then you need to run a command called git add. Git what internally does, I'm going to track that file. I'm going to track that number. That's where it happens here. Now you need to, whenever new file comes, to track that file, you need to run a command called git add. This is to track files. Track files means MD5 number, it will generate, it will save somewhere. It will save in its path. It will save somewhere. From here, it will track. What interview point of view, you can say that this area is called, this will move to area called stage area. Stage area in the interview point of view. Second. Git add will move from local to stage area. That you can say that. Next, you are going to do git commit. Git commit will move files to local repo. That you can say that. So in the life cycle wise, this is the what we used to say. local workspace, workspace to stage, stage to local repo to SCM repo. All this is technical only. First interview point of view, you have to understand. This is in once you come to practice, right? We don't care about this kind of flow at all. Just we will run whenever new file comes. This is my regular job. Git status, git add, git commit, git push. These are the regular commands. These commands I'll do in local. My local changes I want to push to the remote. This is the command. These are all. So with the interview point of view, they'll ask you, what is the stage area? Stage area is the one where Git internally virtually will you cannot see that kind of flow. Now, what I would say, like for example, I was telling, right, Docker, kubeproxy, kubelet and all that are all virtual, right? Same way, stage area also called virtual area. You cannot see that. When you create a file, first here it will be there. Files creation, modification, updation, delete. Delete will be in your workspace local. Then Git will check, hey, there is a file got modified. I need to track that file. How do you track it? You need to run a command called git add. This command. Whenever you do git add, that virtually Git will generate a number, some MD5 number. It will move that all the files. Now onwards it will track. Internally that area is called stage area. Now you cannot send file from stage area to directly to repo. You cannot send. You need to run one command called git commit. After you do git commit, then you can send all the files from your laptop to SCM directly. You can send. You cannot send directly from local to SCM. No, you need to run in between some command called git add, git commit. Then you can push this this you can run it. That's what the flow. So one of the interview question, I have seen some interviews, they'll ask you Git life cycles. I used to say like whenever I create a file, it will be in my local workspace. Then Git will not track. To track those files, I run a git add command. Now onwards, Git will track if I modify that file. Next, I cannot push file from directly after git add. I need to run a command called git commit. Then all those commits will be pushed to the SCM after git push command. This is what I used to say, that life cycle wise. I will not say like stage area, workspace and all. I will not say that. I say that any file created, it will be in workspace. To track them, git add I used to do. Then git will track those files. But I cannot send files directly to SCM. I used to do git commit. Then I push those files to SCM. That is how I used to answer it. Life cycle. Theoretical, please, you will get bored. But you should know this. But in the real time, whatever I told, right, that is interview point of view. But regularly, this is what our job. Regularly, we'll get few things we'll get to know. What is Git?
It's a project. Version control.
It's a client to interact with
SCM.
SCM. It's not the version control. It's a client. It's a client tool. Now, what is GitHub? This is the version control. This is the server.
Okay. To store the.
It is a SCM server. Git, repo, store, code, something you can say. So it's all about it. Local to remote. This answer will, this answer is if it is a new project or something. If it is existing. For new, what you need to do first? First you need to create a repo in SCM first. You need to create a SCM repo. That SCM repo will have two protocols, right? HTTPS and SSH protocol.
పెట్టు అవసరం లేదు దేనికన్నా అవసరం నీకు కావాలా అది
Just a minute. When you create SCM, you will have two protocols, SCM and HTTPS and SSH. You need to take that URL. If it is new, first what you need to do? Git init. Git init doesn't know where you are pushing it. Just it will create a empty repo. Empty repo. Empty repo. That's it. Now we will create a files. Now we will create some files, some content, whatever. Now Git doesn't know about these files. To track these files, we will add a command called git add file name, or all the files I want to track dot. Dot will take all the files. But I cannot send these files directly to SCM yet. To the I cannot send. I need to do one more command called git
Commit.
some message. Still I cannot send it because Git doesn't know my remote repository information. Doesn't know. Then you need to run a command called
Git push.
no. You need to add
Okay.
origin that SSH URL or HTTPS URL. You have to add it. Then do now my Git knows it. My local repos knows it because you are adding it. Whatever the local content you have, you are following with this Git lifecycle. I need to send to this path. You are adding here. Then I can run Git push. This is the this is for new. If it is existing, clone that URL. You will get a folder. Go inside the folder. Same. Create the files. Create the files. It's a easy way. Create the files. Create the files. Then these are the regular commands. Then this is the command git push. These are the ones. Clone will create a in the clone when you do clone, right? That URL will be there. You don't need to set again this path. That URL will be there. So this repository already know it. I came from the remote. I'll push the content to the remote regularly only. That is what I. So this is stage area. You can see this is called local repo. Here is your code. Remote repo. Theoretically, we'll get to know. This is I don't want to go more deep in that. No. My objective was this is what the core basics you should know that. Will Git read the file content or will Git track with the MD5 numbers?
MD5 numbers it will tag.
Exactly. That internally will take care. That's how the Git has been designed in such a way that how files are being changed are not MD5 numbers. That MD5 numbers are called very important. Numbers are called commit IDs. Commit IDs. Git works on these commit IDs only, whether file got changed or not. So these are the basics you should know that. Remote repo, git to CLI, GitHub, MD5 numbers. And then the git add, git commit, that we will see with the answer. Let's pass it for today. So for my objective tomorrow is, this is what my objective, we'll meet tomorrow. We'll get the content. We will set up this mission. We'll deploy to one VM, some HTML code and all something. I'll create one more repo. That is for HTML code. That whatever I created, right? That is for no infra repo. We'll create one more repo for HTML. We'll follow this. This is my objective. This flow, total this flow. You can say. Let's stop it for today. Thank you, guys.